What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Honeystead. It is an absolutely gorgeous day, and guess what? We're gonna go get into some of the hives and do a little hive inspection. Come on, let's go see my girls. This whole thing is all honey. That is heavy.
They're gluing that box together.
I know. Honey. Good. Alright, we're getting to a good, but they are honey bound for sure. Nice brood pattern though.
Wait till you see the other side.
So what I want to show really quick, do you see the smooth, see all this over here? This is all capped worker bee brood. A lot of people get kind of confused when they see the brood that looks really puffy. That right there, that's all drone brood. So big old thick brood, that is all drone. Look at that sweet boy. A drone is a male bee for all my new beekeepers out there. And the worker bees are all female. Definitely not bad for some brood. They're doing a good job. Yeah, that looks good. So this whole frame is full of white shiny larvae and a few day-old eggs, and a good bit of day-old eggs actually. So I have seen everything that I need to see. I am gonna go ahead and probably manipulate this colony because they are kind of honey bound, but there's still a little bit of work that they need to do. And when I say honey bound, that means that there's no more room really for the queen to lay. So what I'm gonna do is probably, this is full of honey, but I wanna look at that top box because I kind of skipped that. Definitely nice brood patterns down here. I might, instead of putting this box on top, I might put the other box down to give them some space because that's all honey and I'm not quite ready to pull all the honey yet. We need to, that's what we're kind of going in here and kind of gauging how many weeks roughly they need still. Look at all this propolis. This colony is really a crazy propolis producer. Okay. I may need your help. Okay. If I pick up this box, will you pick up that bottom box and set it up?
Okay, sure.
Because this is all honey.
You want it to go on?
No, I might put this on top.
No, I'm saying when I pick up the box, do you want me to put it over here
yes.
on top? Okay.
Oh my gosh. That is so heavy. Oh. Okay. Woo! That is heavy. Good job. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this and see what we got going on.
Bet you the queen's there.
She probably is. Yeah, there.
What's nectar?
Honey.
Is that a nectar too?
Okay. Well, in all honesty, I could probably pull that one right now, and they have plenty of work to do. Might do that.
Is that whole thing capped honey?
Yeah. So what my mom and I decided to do after going through that honey super and realizing it is full of capped honey, but we decided since we were here to go ahead and pull that honey super. Now we don't use queen excluders, and that's just something that we prefer not to do. We're in this for actually growing bees and not necessarily for growing honey. We went ahead and pulled the frames that weren't fully capped, which was only like one, and then there was a frame that had some brood in it, so I went ahead and brought that to the top and manipulated those frames to be able to keep the brood kind of in the middle, just like what bees normally typically do. One of the ways that we actually get the bees off of the honey frames is by using a fuming board. What we're using to get the bees actually off of the honey frames without fully heavily smoking them, I drizzled this little bit of honey bandit on it, which is completely safe. It has no unpleasant odor. It's all food grade ingredients. But basically you sprinkle a little bit on the bottom of that fuming board, which is felt, put that directly on top of the honey super, and in a matter of 10 to 15 minutes the bees will actually go all the way down and leave all the honey frames so that we're not competing with them when we go to pull the frames to be able to spin for honey. But today we're not spinning honey. I'm gonna go ahead and grab these and store them so that we can get ready when it is time to spin honey, which is probably gonna be sooner than what we think, at this rate at least. It's only been a couple of minutes, but let's see if the fuming board has worked. Not bad. Here, cockeyed. And for our transportation tote, special thanks to the Hive butler. Definitely holds all of my honey frames so easy and easy to transport, especially when we're doing the honey harvest. This is definitely a really nice honey frame, and we are going to go ahead and set aside some time to do a honey harvest. A lot of the honey supers that these girls are working on, they're not all the way capped, and I know that I've shared with you guys about why we prefer to pull frames that are fully capped versus uncapped. A lot of it has to do with moisture, and when we do the big honey harvest, we're going to go ahead and check all the moisture content in the honey with our refractometer to make sure that the moisture content is low and that it won't actually ferment all of the honey that we pull. But look how gorgeous that is. And when it comes to honey and talking about weight, a medium frame of honey, capped honey, will net about 4 pounds of honey, give or take a few ounces or so, depending on if the girls have built it out nice and chunky and fat, or if it's a little bit sleeker. So this probably weighs about 4 pounds altogether. And if we have 10 frames, that's 4 times 10, that's 40 pounds. So 40 pounds of roughly honey, give or take a few ounces, is what we are looking to be able to harvest from one of the honey supers. This is absolutely beautiful, in all honesty. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. We're starting to clean up from our hive inspections, and I realized that my smoker is still smoking, which is ironic because it took me probably about 5 or 6 times to get it going long enough that we could actually use it to do some of the hive inspections on some of the girls that are a little bit testy. But I just think it's ironic that I have been finished with our hive inspections for about 30 minutes now, and look, it actually is doing what it's supposed to be doing right now. And I'm gonna set it outside because I don't need my little greenhouse to catch on fire. So we're hoping to go ahead and plan our big honey harvest in about 2 weeks. So I'm not exactly sure how much honey we're gonna get all together. We did a lot of splits this year and made a lot of bees. And again, we're a different type of beekeeper. We're not necessarily in this for the honey, but if we get it, yay. If not, we're cool with it. We are good with it. Our biggest goal is to continue to grow healthy bees and share them amongst the people that are around our area. Thank you guys for coming on a little hive inspection with my mom and I can't wait to take you guys with us when we do our big old honey harvest. And as always, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and learn something old. Bye guys.